Hello everybody, it is Joshua Jonathan Taylor Thomas here from the BitBlock, and today I wanted to talk about some DLC for Pikmin 4. A game you might remember, it came out in the summer and now it's like dead. Nobody talks about it, which is exactly why we're going to talk about some DLC possibilities for this game. Before we get into it, look at this amazing shirt that my friend made for me. It is a one-of-a-kind Pikmin 4 shirt. It's got the Ochi, and then it's got my little captain guy on there looking for the white Pikmin, and they're in my pocket, and there's just Pikmin all over it. So, I just wanted to say my friend Madeline is amazing, and she made this for me, so I just wanted to point that out. Alright, let's get into the video, and yes, I am gonna marry her, so don't worry. So yeah, I really loved Pikmin 4. I thought this game was really fun. It had some flaws, but overall, I really enjoyed myself with it, and I think that it advanced the series in a lot of great ways. But it's like, I don't know, I feel like Pikmin 4 is one of those games where, yeah, you definitely should do DLC for it to keep it in the minds of players and also potential new buyers. So like the holiday season's about to kick off. Sure would be nice if they'd surprise us with some DLC. I don't think that necessarily has to have been mentioned in the September Direct. You know, we could get some like December DLC that comes out. I don't know. And I mean, this game was like #1 on the eShop for over a month. It was beating Zelda for over a month, and now it's like last I checked, it was like number 19. So that is a sad fall from grace, and it's time to get it back up on the charts, get those sales pumping again. Let's get into my ideas for DLC. I got them on my phone because I can't remember anything. As I mentioned, I'd like to see some DLC in like December. Which would be the perfect time to release some snowy winter DLC. If you've played Pikmin 4, you will notice that like every season is represented in the story mode, except for winter. There's no snowy areas. So I really want a cozy, chilly, snowy, icy winter wonderland. And I don't want it to be like depressing cold. I want it to be like cheery cold, like, you know, Christmassy lights or stuff, you know, that kind of thing. So adding a new area to land in the game that is snow themed, that comes out in the winter, preferably right in time for Christmas, though I don't know if that would happen, but nevertheless. The game needs some snow representation, so that would be the first thing. A nice little additional chunk onto the story mode where you get to explore a winter wonderland that is just filled with some holly jolly joy. I really want that. They could also add a bunch of like wintry themed enemies and stuff, so I just want it. I just want some winter representation in Pikmin 4. Come on. Next up on my list. I mean, this is #1. This goes without saying. This is the reason for making the video. The battle mode is the most disappointing it's been in any Pikmin game. Other than Pikmin 1, which didn't even have a battle mode, but, you know. Pikmin 2 and Pikmin 3 have much better battle modes. The Dandori battles are fine. I like the fast-paced nature of them. It's cool, you know, it's different, but it's fine. But there's just not enough maps. There's like barely any maps, and there's only 2 themes. The sandbox or the toy box. We need some more themes. Like, how are there only, and there's, what is it, like 6 stages? I can't believe there's a new Pikmin game that came out over the summer, and I never care to play the multiplayer. And the reason that's shocking to me is the multiplayer in Pikmin 2 and 3 is some of my favorite multiplayer in any Nintendo game. So, you know you messed up when even Joshua Jonathan Taylor Thomas doesn't care to play your Pikmin multiplayer that much. It's not even that it's bad, it's just that it's so limited and there's like no stages. So they need to go back in and add some stages. What kind of themes, you might ask, for stages? I'm glad you asked! I have 3 of them. There could be even more, but I have 3 of them. #1, take the aquarium setting that we see in the challenge mode and apply that to battle maps. I really like this environment. It's cool, it's different. It has this kind of, you know, chill vibe to it. I like the lighting being very blue. I like the water mixed in there. That's really nice. I just really like this setting, and I would love to see it in the Dandori battle maps. Another setting I really want, which I can't even show footage of because it's not in the game, like I said, we need like a snowy Dandori battle area. We need some snow, we need some frozen stuff in the battle You know, I mean, right now I'm just showing you one of the challenge maps, but this isn't. This is supposed to be a frozen area, but it's not. This is just like the tile-themed area. This gives me like bathroom vibes, not wintry, snowy vibes. So I really want a frozen snow setting for the Dandori battle. And then the other one I wanted to mention, and again, I want even more than 3 themes, but the rusty setting. There's a lot of areas in the challenge mode where you're on like rusty pipes and stuff. So rust as the setting, the rusty pipe area would be really cool, I think, for battle maps. And I think kind of the point I'm making there mostly is there's already so many things they could just use that are already in the game's engine and just bring them over to the battle mode. You have the textures and the models and all that. Just rearrange them and alter them to make several Dandori battle maps. It really wouldn't be that much work. So that is a huge thing Pikmin 4 needs. We need some proper love put into the Dandori battles. There's not enough levels. Only 2 themes is lame. Let's get some new themes. Let's get some more levels. I also wanted to point out, I really wish there was some real 2-player split-screen co-op. Now, a lot of people wanted this for the story mode, but I understand why it's not there. There's not co-op in the story mode because the Switch cannot run that. It could not run that properly. You have to keep in mind, when you're doing split screen, the engine has to run itself twice, which means that graphically, you'd have to significantly dumb down the visuals of Pikmin 4 to get it to run well. The reason they were able to do it in Pikmin 3 is Pikmin 3 is not as elaborate of a game as Pikmin 4 in terms of the visuals. There's so much more detail, higher resolution textures, more polygons, more special effects with lighting and whatnot. So getting that to run in the story co-op, I'm okay with it not. I'd much rather they make the game look beautiful than make it look kind of just so that you could play it with another person, you know, in co-op. I'm talking about the actual co-op challenges, the Dandori challenges. Why can't we play those with another person in split screen? There's no reason. They're running in like the caves. You're in like a cave setting, so it's not like, oh, it wouldn't be able to run it. I don't get it. There really should have been proper co-op challenges in this game like there are in Pikmin 2 and Pikmin 3, so that to me was like a big letdown. They let you do that stupid little thing where you use the cursor. We played it on the Fold, and it was okay. It was a little bit of fun, where like the second player is like a little assist mode thing where you can shoot pebbles at enemies and whatnot. It's not totally without charm, but it's not real co-op. I want real co-op in the challenges. The other thing I have here is we need more control options. I already touched on this in the review, but why can't you turn off the auto lock-on? That sucks. Just go in and give us some more control features in the game. I think that would be a nice thing to add via DLC. Here's something I really want. So in Pikmin 2, you had battles which I would consider to be marble battles. They were battles where you were trying to get 4 yellow marbles, or you were trying to capture your opponent's marble from their base. And then in Pikmin 3, they have the bingo battle, where you have a bingo card which automatically generates a bunch of, items and enemies that you have to take into your onion to make a bingo. I would love it if they brought both or at least one of these multiplayer modes to Pikmin 4. So just take the bingo battle stuff and bring it to Pikmin 4. Polish up all the stages and just port it on over to Pikmin 4. Same with Pikmin 2. Just do remakes of Pikmin 2's maps and bring them over and give us some marble-themed battle challenges. They don't even have to take the exact levels. Just make some new levels and then give us the option. Like, they could even use the levels they have now and change the settings. Like, okay, instead of it just being a race for points, now it's we put the marbles in there and you have to try to get the marbles. So they could even use maps they already have, but just give us those other settings. I think that would be really, really cool. I really would like that a lot. What are they doing? Most of my complaints and most of my desires with DLC definitely stem from I want the battle mode to be fixed so bad. And then finally, one of the things I wanted to mention is online play. How can we not play a battle online? I don't understand. It's only a 1 versus 1 player battle. I don't get why that wouldn't be able to run properly online. It's not that complicated. I think if they tried, they could get it to work. But that was one of the things that I dreamed about doing in Pikmin 4 long before it even released. I was like, after Pikmin 2 and 3, I was kind of dreaming of the idea of playing a battle online with friends. Even if it's just a 1v1 battle. That would be really fun to do online. Maybe that's something they could put in there as DLC. They added online to Super Mario Party on the Switch, so they could add online some Pikmin 4. I really want it. But I just really think DLC is something this game needs. I don't think it's too late. Pikmin 3 got a nice amount of DLC. Why the hell wouldn't this? Especially since it's not at the top of the charts anymore, so let's get it back up. Let's, put a bit of effort into some DLC to get those sales going again. And it usually takes them 10 years to make a friggin' Pikmin game, so I don't want to have to wait another decade to get Pikmin 5 to maybe correct some of these mistakes. Pikmin 4 is such a good template. It's so well done, just keep building onto it. It's the year 2023. In my opinion, sequels are kind of stupid most of the time. You could just add stuff to the game that already exists. I understand when a game gets too old, you don't want to keep adding to it, but Pikmin 4 is not too old. You should be adding things to this instead of thinking about a sequel ever. So, Pikmin 4 DLC, my amazing Pikmin shirt, that's the point of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know. Would you be down for buying? And I think it should be paid DLC, by the way. I don't really think this stuff should be free. So would you be down for buying some Pikmin 4 DLC? I sure know I would! I want it! So hopefully they're secretly working on it. I'm gonna imagine it is. As a Pikmin fan, we have to do a lot of coping. We have to just pretend things are okay and assume they're working on something. But, yeah. Thanks for watching.